Getting those lineups set for week 8 on Fantasy Football Today in 5. Man, I hope you're all watching on YouTube, youtube.com/fantasy football today. You'll get a lot of chances to see Heath Kelsey. Amazing work. The haircut, the mustache, you got to see it. youtube.com/fantasy football today. You can watch either FFT and 5 on demand, or you can join us live at 11:30 a.m. Eastern for a 90-minute show. Heath will be on for the first half hour, or hang out with us after the game's end tonight before Sunday Night Football. Anyway, let's get to the show here. Brock Purdy is going to play. Deebo Samuel is out. Trent Williams is questionable, but seems like he's not going to play. So what do you think about Purdy and Ayuk and Kittle?
Yeah, I think this makes it easier. Ayuk, Kittle, McCaffrey must start options. You don't even have to think about it. Purdy is a low-end starting quarterback. I'd rather start Purdy over Trevor Lawrence and Joe Burrow.
Jimmy Garoppolo is going to start. That, by the way, that's pretty interesting. But Jimmy Garoppolo is going to start. I'm sure you don't want to start him, but you feel better about Jacobs, Adams, Myers?
Yes. And I think, again, those three guys probably all still in that must-start territory. You might, if you could get away from Jacobs as a mid-range RB2, I'd be okay with it. But you're probably starting all three.
Zach Moss is questionable. So what do you make of this situation here? It's a lot of carries and maybe more pass attempts if he doesn't play. What do you think about this Colts situation?
Yeah, I think that Jamie and I had Jonathan Taylor right around 14th at running back, between 12 and 15, and Dave had him top 5. And if Zach Moss doesn't play, then top 5 is correct. He would be right back where he's always been. Taylor is not a bad flex, in my opinion, if he plays. But this makes it definitely more risky going with, it sounds like, multiple injuries.
Moss is a flex.
Yeah. Taylor's a must start.
If he doesn't play, though, would you upgrade Pittman and Downs?
Probably not much. No.
Okay. All right, let's talk about the Cleveland backfield. Jerome Ford is questionable, so he might sneak in there. And what do we do about the Browns backfield?
It really makes Kareem Hunt and Pierre Strong much less appealing, obviously. If Ford plays, Ford would be my favorite Browns running back. None of them would be better than a flex. Hunt would also be a flex. If Ford doesn't play, then Hunt is a borderline RB2 and Pierre Strong is a flex.
And this is a 4:00 game. So,
Right.
You might just have to avoid the Browns. You might. And let's see, what do we got here? Darrell Henderson is off the practice squad, so he's going to play. So how about, let's say Zach Moss, Jerome Ford both play. And then how would you rank Moss, Ford, Henderson?
I think, and I need to make this adjustment in my rankings this morning, but I think you probably need to go, well, we're not going to know if Ford plays when Moss plays, right?
That's true.
But I think I'd probably go for Henderson, Ford, Moss.
All right. That's basically it for running back here. Actually, we should talk about Aaron Jones. First of all, David Montgomery is out, so start Jahmyr Gibbs. Ken Walker's good to go. Tough matchup for him, but you're probably going to start him. But Aaron Jones, he says he feels better. He's off the injury report. Is he better than, well, again, we won't know about Ford. Is he better than Zach Moss? Is he better than Darrell Henderson?
I've got him behind all those guys. I'm terrified. I think there's a real risk that he gets like 7 touches in the game. We've seen that happen multiple times this season. He's been open about the fact that he's not 100%. His coach has been open about the fact that he's not 100%, and they're splitting touches. So he's a flex, and it's really a flex that you wish that you had somebody better to start.
How about Tyler Lockett expected to play against Cleveland? What does this mean for the Seahawks passing game?
I don't have a Seahawks wide receiver in my top 30. DK Metcalf is a low-end number 3. Lockett's a boom-bust flex, and JSN's behind him.
Deontay Johnson will play. You like any Seahawks? How many Seahawks do you like better than Deontay?
Just DK. Deontay's right there with Tyler Lockett as a flex option.
You like Pickens better than Metcalf?
I like Pickens a lot more than Metcalf.
Curtis Samuel is a game-time decision against Philadelphia. If he's out, would you upgrade McLaurin or Dotson?
I would upgrade Dotson, yes. McLaurin's a borderline number 2 wide receiver, and I think he just needs to stay in that range. It's hard to push him too high with the negativity we've seen from Sam Howell recently, especially against this Philadelphia pass rush.
Gerald Everett is questionable, but he seems likely to play Sunday night. And Luke Musgrave, don't bank on that, though. Don't go into your week. Say, I'm going to start Gerald Everett. And Luke Musgrave is questionable, so we'll see. That's a 1:00 game. We'll see if he is able to be active. We'll read a few questions here from Josh. Stevenson, Palmer. Oh, Josh Palmer. I didn't mention him. Josh Palmer's also questionable, and they have a Sunday night game. So who are you starting in full PPR? Stevenson, Palmer, Ridley, Deontay Johnson, just one of them.
Yeah, if Palmer was guaranteed to play and fully healthy, it would be him for me. But because he's not, I think you need to go with Calvin Ridley.
I actually haven't seen. I'm seeing now game time decision for a Sunday night guy, Josh Palmer. That sucks.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs or Drake London, PPR.
It's Jacobs.
Pick two. Oh,
Yeah.
Deontay. Roschon Johnson or Foreman, maybe? It just says Johnson or Foreman.
I prefer Deontay Foreman over Roschon Johnson and Deontay Johnson. I don't think there are any Johnsons that I would start above Foreman.
Henderson or Foreman, half PPR.
Foreman for me.
Yes, Officer Cummings. I have my license and registration right here.
That's great.
DJ Moore or Josh Downs, PPR.
I've got DJ Moore as a top 20 wide receiver. I'm not really considering starting Josh Downs over him.
All right, everybody. Good luck to you. If you have any more questions, join us for our live stream, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Also watch CBS Sports HQ, Fantasy Football Today there at 10 a.m. Eastern. You can watch that on the CBS Sports app. For Heath Kelsey, I'm Adam Azer. We'll talk to you later.